Hello everyone and welcome to Best Side Cycling. Today I'm here on my favorite hill of all time to climb, and I just wanted to make a video about why I like climbing so much. So I figured there'd be no better spot than on a 10% gradient hill. So I'll keep trying this conversation, pedal as relaxed as I could, and go through some of my points. But the hill that I'm on right now is called Somerset. It's here in South Bellevue, and yeah, it's one that I really like a lot because of this wide open landscape of King County you get in the back, and it's one of the ones that are closest to me, and so on and so forth. But anyway, getting on to the point of why I like hills so much, and the answer is not simply just because I'm a small lightweight guy, because when I first started out I couldn't even climb 5% gradient hills very well. So I mean, yeah, we'll get into it. But I think first and foremost, why I like climbing hills so much is simply because it's fun. And the fun I get from it is when you just finish each climb. It's really satisfying to me. Like, you're sort of working through something and then able to actually get through and finish it. That's sort of the best part. And yeah, it's more or less what motivates me. It's sort of the same as everyone else, to get on top over the hill. But also I would say in that process of like working through a hill, there's definitely, I guess like at my root of it, it like sort of just takes me away from everything else when I'm actually like just focused on trying to climb over like I am now. There's a lot less going on in my mind, and a main reason why I cycle is sort of just to like de-stress. So I think in that aspect, hill climbing also is the perfect match for me, as it more or less turns my myself into more of a lizard brain. I think that feeling is sort of addictive to me, and I really appreciate it. The gradients coming a bit steeper. Here's the Somerset Rec Club, and yeah, and then talking about that, like that piece about me being a smaller rider. Yeah, I definitely think there's a really good positive feedback loop. I mean, I wouldn't sugarcoat it for sure and say that I have an easier time on hills, and sort of maybe an easier chance to get better at it, and especially it's sort of one of the things I'm good at, then that's sort of like a self-fulfilling sort of positive feedback. But I don't know, I think climbing also just matches my personality a lot, because a couple things. One is that descending is actually my worst skill, and that's because I'm a super risk adverse person. I've literally needed to practice hundreds of times in order to get sort of the corners that a beginner might get right on the first try. There's something just about corners and that slingshot feeling that I never grasped until I did it like literally for years. Like the few years that I've been riding now. Okay, this part's really tough now, but I'll keep going. And yeah, it's that like climbs just feel very safe. I mean, I can vlog on this like this on this road and feel pretty good, so there's that as well. And yeah, the gradient's now at like 14%, so I might not be able to talk clearly with every sentence, but we'll see what I can do. And yeah, and the next thing is, like, some people pedal because they want to go fast, and then that fast feeling sort of gets them to pedal more, so more like a push sort of initiative. But I don't have that. The thing that I think why hills are so good for me also is because they are a pulling mechanism for someone lazy like me, because they force you to work. So coming from a non-athletic background, I'm not really used to just like suffering. Maybe I am now. All right, final bit. The steepest bit. My wheel tends to come off here, just a tiny bit off the ground. And that's it. We made it. And the next reason why I love climb so much is because of the views. I mean, just look at that. Tons of, you see all of Lake Washington, and you can see the Space Needle right over there. The I-90 bridge is right in front of us, but you can also see the 520 back there, as well as downtown Bellevue. Just look around the tree. But this is the climb, and this is the view that I get pretty much all the time. I come here most of my road bike rides when I'm riding alone. Especially for those of you that use Strava and follow me, you'll know how often I do actually ride my road bike and come out over here. I know a ton of my videos recently have been centered around Bromptons and bike infrastructure, but this road bike piece and my own personal journey in riding is still, I think, a really key part of the channel. It's just hard for me sometimes to always come up with relevant content that I feel does best in terms of just getting people on their bikes, getting you on your bike. So if you enjoyed this more topical type of video, please just let me know. I'm open to all suggestions and hope that didn't come off as too intimidating or weird. But anyway, I'll see you all in the next one.